Hello and welcome to TheProPlebNoob and welcome back to Bondee's Barnyard safety violation. Due to recent requests from some commenters as well as a massive surge in views on our previous Bondee's Barnyard videos, we are back to finally properly beat night mode. Because if you remember in the last Bondee's Barnyard video we did, what happened was that we beat night mode, but there was actually a bug that prevented us from seeing the true ending cutscene that received at the end of night mode. So that was obviously patched out, but we moved on from Bondee's Barnyard when that patch arrived. But now we're finally going to be back to do it, because I have been requested to get the true ending of night mode. So obviously this mode is simply survive every single hour in one go. If you die, game over, game over. But it's a bit of a challenge, and particularly be frustrating if you die at the very sort of end. I do have to remember how to play this, because it has been a while, but I think I do. I'm going to mute this tape because I've heard him enough times. I already know what's going to happen. So obviously, just to catch up to speed, we in our previous videos we beat night hours 1 to 5 in Bondee's Barnyard, and then attempted to beat night mode, which we successfully did in the last video. But obviously, there was the bug, which would mean we didn't get the ending cutscene, and thus couldn't actually unlock the sort of true ending to Bondee's Barnyard. I was going to go back and play it, but then I think another fan game came out that was, I think, a Blitz Casa might have, and so I wanted to cover that instead or something. And so I moved on to cover that, and then I never came back to Bondee's Barnyard. But suddenly, I'm not sure exactly for what reason, there's been a massive surge in Bondee's Barnyard views on my channel, particularly relating to the pre-videos I've done previously on Bondee's Barnyard, which is insane, absolutely amazing. I absolutely love you guys. You guys are legendary. But so I decided, you know what? Let's go back. And so no, I didn't decide that. I saw a comment that was like, "Will you cover the true night mode ending on the one that we failed to beat? We failed to like see the true night mode ending." And I was like, you know what? Yeah, we'll do it. And so here I am to be good on my word. We're gonna beat night mode once again, and hopefully we will unlock the real ending cutscene that will show us the true end of Bondee's Barnyard. And if you do want to see me cover the custom night for this game, which we never actually got around to either, feel free to leave another comment requesting I do as such. I might even continue on with the custom night in a different video, because this will take about probably 36 minutes, because it's 6 hours. It's a long grind for night mode, so we do have to can't do too much in one video, because otherwise it will take too long. But yeah, alright, so we are moving. Well, no, we're not moving, we're staying still. Our boy Pig here is moving in our hallways, and we got to stop him by shutting the door to make sure he stays back. So obviously we have our 4 animatronics: Pig, Sheep, Chicken, and Bondee himself, as well as Koi the cow, who we're currently residing in. I suppose I'm just doing a quick rundown on the Bondee's lore, in case it's like the first one you're watching and haven't watched the rest. Go check out the rest, because it will make a lot more sense, because I'll likely skip over all the tapes in this one. But essentially, we're a child stuck inside Koi the cow. We want to get out of here, but we have to make it to 6 AM. And it's only 1:30, so we still got a long way to go. Obviously the security guard has been incredibly negligent, because he's just not watching us at any point, and is in fact probably evil and trying to get us killed. Maybe. He might be good. He's the best case scenario, he's negligent. Worst case scenario, he's borderline trying to get us killed. So it really depends on how nice you're feeling on whether the security guard is actively playing a role in our murder, or whether he's just sort of a clumsy bystander that just is failing at doing his job. Because now, at the end of the night 5 ending, it does say he's going to get investigated as to why he failed to realize there was a child stuck inside Koi the cow. But obviously, that doesn't exactly matter to us, because we're dead. So really, it's a shame. So yeah, that's essentially up to speed. A couple of events happen in the game. I think we burn Bondee before we end up in Koi the cow, which makes Bondee's appearance when he showed up on hour 3 sort of molten, and you get what's known as molten Bondee, which is sort of a withered looking Bondee that looks pretty down bad. He's dying. Don't know why I said down bad. That's not the correct usage of the word. He looks pretty depleted in terms of all sorts of life. But yeah, essentially, so we're chilling at the ice cream bar. We've got our ice cream. Quad the cow's chilling. We're chilling. Everything's all good. And so hopefully, we essentially just got to. Hours 1 to 3 are pretty easy to deal with. Really, only hour 4 when Bondee shows up that things start to get a little bit more difficult. Yeah. So I think I mentioned the sheep animatronic. I'm pretty sure. I hope I did. If I didn't, there's a sheep animatronic. If I did, then I'm just saying the same thing twice, which I seem to be awfully good at. I do apologise if I just go on random rants throughout this video, because there's not much a lot about to talk about gameplay wise until we actually get to the end of night mode. There is the chance I couldn't essentially play this without recording and skip to the ending, but that seems kind of a bit, I don't know, it seems a bit unfair on my behalf, because it's like I had to play through like this 36 minutes of recording and just complete and utter silence. And it's just like, oh yeah, I don't even get to upload it. I get to upload like 2 minutes of an ending. Huzzah. But hopefully, and again, if the bug strikes back, I'm probably not going to do it for a third time. I might, if it's like a massive request. But we are just about to roll over to hour 2 real soon. So hopefully we should be good. Pig is moving, but we don't really care about him. He can go sort off somewhere, but for now we are just chilling. Safety violation, tape number 2. Okay, we're gonna mute you because I feel like it. Essentially now I think the sheep shows up. We also haven't had the camera activate, which means we have to stay completely still. So if we click on anything, we get shocked and we die because Koi the cow closes on us and the child becomes murdered, which is pretty bad. But the nice in ice cream, there's no nice in ice cream. There's ice in ice cream. There's no nice though. Maybe that's saying something. Hi pig. Okay, you be gone. Okay, now we wait here. So this is. So if we touch anything now, it's game over. Now we can see here, we can open this, and obviously our oxygen meter has depleted rapidly because of the camera movements. That's arguably what makes the camera the most dangerous thing in the game, is that it activates at just the wrong time. You can easily end up losing a lot of your oxygen, which is kind of hard to get back if you're not given a lot of a safe opportunity, like I'm being given now. It's really because we're only on hour 2. The best thing is that the camera will actually stop moving if an animatronic shows up at your door. So the camera will deactivate, and you'll be given the opportunity to then deal with that animatronic rather than having to force it out and then react quickly when the camera deactivates. So we have our sheep here. Keep on there. And of course you can actually see the animatronic leaving, not even through, not also through audio cues, but also for the actual fact that the power, the oxygen goes back up when an animatronic is blocked, which is honestly a really excellent gameplay mechanic, and I like it because it's nice and makes me feel good. It makes me feel nice about myself, because it's like, yes, I'm doing good. We're not dying. Now, that's always a win. Not dying is a certified win in my book. So I would say the camera is probably the least active threat in this game, but when it is active, it is rather dangerous. Particularly so if you're not prepared to deal with it. Typically, it will give you a sort of like latency timer when it does activate, before it actually sort of turns on, and it's like, okay, now we've got to start not moving. But it's wise to just completely freeze, because otherwise you will die. I guess I could go over general tips for the game. There's not really much general tips to tell. It's just sort of essentially like, obviously you want to play with audio. It's really good. Animatronics will move 3 times. Bondee is probably your biggest threat. If you see an animatronic at the door, always make sure deal with Bondee before a door animatronic, unless he's shown up way earlier than he has. I almost fell to that camera right there. That could have been close. But obviously, you want to deal with Bondee before any of the door animatronics, unless one of the door animatronics showed up way earlier, in which case, deal with them first. There's not really much differentiation from a typical FNAF standard formula that requires like in-depth explanation, if that makes sense. Alrighty, so we have made it. We are now here at 2:49. Things are going regular. Nothing really interesting has happened. Animatronics is still moving, of course. Pig shows up there. We're just chilling. We're about getting close to 3 AM, which is when the chick, I think, spawns in. Or maybe it's Bondee himself. I can't remember whether the chick is hour 3 or Bondee is hour 3. Might be both. Maybe I think the chick spawns in hour 2. Because when it does. Because I know Bondee's... But I don't know. It's... We just have to say. We just have to say. Yeah. Our future awaits us at Bondee's Barnyard. And so it's like... We're just gonna survive. We're just gonna keep on living, keep on thriving. We'll be fine no matter what the outcome is. Unless the outcome is our death, in which case we won't be fine. But that is, of course, the price you pay working at Bondee's Barnyard. So we're not actually really working at Bondee's Barnyard. We're being sort of held hostage here. And, of course, that brings us to tape number 3, which means we've hit hour 3. Okay, I'm going to mute you. I've heard his voice way too many times to maintain my sanity. Which is, honestly... I think fair on my part. Bondee is a... I think that's Bondee. Is it actually Bondee? I don't think it's Bondee talking. Wouldn't it make sense for it to be Bondee? Would it? Would it even make sense for it to be Bondee talking then? Okay, can you there we are. It wouldn't make sense for it to be Bondee then. So that really doesn't make much sense there. So I wonder who actually is making the tape then. Because I'm not really sure who actually. Because at first I thought it was Bondee. Okay, that is new. That is a new audio clip, and that was actually terrifying. Why does Bondee sound like that? Why does Bondee sound like that? Why the hell does Bondee sound like that? What? I remember he made like a deep funking sound when he entered the door, not whatever the hell that eldritch scream is. What? How? Well, not how. I don't know how, but like, why? I absolutely love it though. It completely gives Bondee a very horrifying atmosphere. And it makes sense because his vocal cords would have been sort of burned by the by our birthday cake fire. But that is like terrifying. Really, that's really good. It really makes Bondee a lot more threatening in his appearance. Not just visually, but also vocally as well. Because just hearing that, like he's like laughing at you. It's like some sort of like twisted sort of laugh. Maybe I'm just overanalyzing it. God damn it. Why does the camera always turn on whenever there's a door I need to, like, you know, deal with? Okay, you be gone. He also seems to be leaving a lot faster than usual. I wonder if it's just because he's being kinder. But maybe Bondee's being a bit special. I don't know. You keep up the good work, Bondee. Okay, you're there. Obviously, this is bad, but we managed to reduce our oxygen. You're coming there. And ka-chow. We're gonna keep on breathing. Open you back up. Check both of you. I really don't need to check it, but there's not really any harm in. There's not really any harm in not doing so because you're not really messing around on anything. Like, there's no penalty for using the doors too much. Hi, Bondee. How are you going, Bondee? You chill, Bondee. We're vibing. I'm gonna keep on breathing. You're gonna slam there. Door blocked. Get banished. That power's going down pretty fast, I'll be real. I'm not quite sure how the power sort of increases over time. One thing that is interesting about night mode is actually Koi the cow actively moves a lot less when the camera decides to watch them. It's an odd little detail. I'm not sure what exactly that entails, but because it's an odd sort of design change. Because like Koi the cow is a lot more sporadic and like actively moving when the camera is on him. Thought I heard something there. When the camera is on him in nights like hi Bondee, in nights in hour 4 and 5, but this time sort of like a well, open that there. Again, we just want to make sure oxygen doesn't fall very far below, because that can lead to catastrophic consequences if we're not careful when dealing with our boy Bondee. The double doors are obviously the most debilitating of circumstances when it comes to trying to ward off everyone. So obviously we want to try and avoid double doors as much as possible, but obviously you can't really avoid it. There's nothing you can really do. It's just a matter of luck whether you get double doors or not. But you essentially want to try and open them as soon as you possibly can. It should only not do so when the camera's about to attack you, which is just what it's doing right here. Of course, that signifies... Okay, for a second I thought that was going to signify that someone's actually attacking us, but no, it just signifies that the camera actually ended. Because I thought sheep had moved in to attack us, but no, they were chilling. So we're good for the moment. Bondee's banished into the darkness. I am really hoping we actually get the proper ending to this and not just a sort of not another bug again, because that would absolutely be utterly tragic. And of course we've got to pay good perspective to the chick that runs at the door, because if we choose the wrong one, why did I hear a cow moo? Koi, are you trying to kill me? Actually, no, to be fair, we are inside of you, so you probably are trying to kill me. But are you actively more trying to kill me now? God damn it. Okay, there we are. Mute you. Don't need to hear your shenanigans, Bondee. I'm assuming it is Bondee. I'm like 95% certain that tape is Bondee. It makes sense for it to be Bondee. Because who else would be taunting us like this? Like, it's in the name. It's Bondee's Barnyard. So who else is going to be taunting us, like, with like, oh, you won't survive. L. God damn it, camera. That's really annoying. I didn't want that. That's bad. See, that's bad. That's real bad. Hi, Bondee. That's a big power boost right there. Thanks, Bondee. I keep saying power, even though it is oxygen. So I don't know why I'm saying power when I mean oxygen. Okay, you're gone. You're gone. We're keeping it roughly the same. I would like it to increase above what we had before. Bondee actually gives like a lot more percentage than the other two at the door, which is interesting because he's kind of the easiest to deal with. But I guess maybe he'll kill you faster if you ignore him. But we just keep on breathing. We should be fine. Just wondering if there's any other details I need to talk about or can talk about. Hi, Bondee. Didn't mean you to show up there. Any lore details I'm missing? Not that I know of. Oh, that's a bad double door. Trying to think what is it. Oh, why does the camera always do that? Whenever we need to attack, it always... when we need to open another door, it always, okay, close you. That was a close one. I almost stuttered there for a second. Hi, Bondee. Oh, we didn't even gain any power because our door was actively draining that. Bit of a shame. That power is draining really fast. I don't like it. It's doing a lot more faster, and I think it's because we're now on hour 4. And so the game gets a bit more aggressive with its power consumption. Again, I keep mentioning power. I should be 100% clear that this is actually oxygen that the game is measuring here, not power. It's not really an important distinction because they functionally serve the same purpose, but in case of semantics, it is kind of important, I guess. Just in case you're really pedantic about that kind of thing. Like, oh, the law accuracy of Bondee's Barnyard is imperative to my future sanity. And it's like, okay, fair enough. Everyone's still good there. You're moving there. You're there. That's bad. And keep on breathing. There we are. Just keep on breathing, keep on breathing. Hi, Bondee. I actually do, so it seems that Bondee was actually made easier because his audio cue was a lot more noticeable than his last one, which is really just a weird different sounded like funking sound, pretty similar to the sheep and pig, but by having it be that more noticeable kind of scream, it makes it so Bondee is really able to be deciphered. And I think that is kind of in response to, I think I remember some people saying that Bondee killed them instantly. I never had that problem, but obviously I might have been like in a minority of people. Obviously I had the major bug of not being able to see the night mode ending, which is a bit tragic, but alas, that's just what we do. Okay, that's good there. Again, we're now at 4:40 AM. We're making progress towards our goal. Hi, Bondee. But obviously we would like to move further than that to our ultimate goal of 6 AM. Because we want to survive. Gotta survive the night and all that. Okay, so obviously there is the chick coming there. I'm gonna have to try and find a good thumbnail for this video. Hopefully Bondee provides one at the end of the game. That'd be nice. Lovely of you, Bondee. Compensation for our time spent in your wondrous horrors. Let's keep on breathing, keep on blocking. Again, the camera seems to always show up. That seems almost too many times to be a coincidence, in my opinion. That seems so. That was a situation where Bondee forced the camera down by showing up. Because we heard Bondee, obviously we have to react to stop Bondee, but the camera won't let us do that, so the camera obviously has to shut down to compensate us for Bondee's appearance. It seems to rarely happen. It does seem awfully coincidence that the camera keeps appearing when we always have one door open. And I think that might be intentional to try and to make the player lose oxygen a lot more than they were previously. Obviously I might just be like going insane, but maybe that's just like my personal theory on sort of an AI change. Of course, it could be entirely wrong, because I am nowhere a programmer, nor have any clue how anything works. That was awfully close. I waited way too long to keep breathing there. That could have ended real badly. And again, like, one camera brings us down 30%, so if you get a lot of those in a row, without a lot of animatronics to help block, it's going to be a rough ride for you to deal with. So obviously we're now on tape 5. I am going to mute that there. We make our way to our final hour, and hopefully our last hour. Because if we die now, I will be very mad, furious even, enraged. I will go find Bondee's Barnyard in real life and put an end to it. I will find Bondee personally and make his life a living hell. Because Bondee, besides, honestly, just be cool, Bondee. I do love his laugh. His evil sort of laugh is kind of cool. Okay, I'm gonna try and open this as soon as possible before the camera gets us, because I don't want to be trapped in a situation with. And just as I was saying, I don't want to be trapped in a situation where the camera shows up. Like, come on. This is where this game must be listening to me or something. Alright, you're there. I don't actually say that I absolutely adore Bondee's Barnyard as a fan game. It's honestly one of my favourite fan games I've played in a long time. And it's good quality graphics, good quality gameplay, and good quality, well, everything. It's just really solid. Like, Bondee's Barnyard is just one of my favorite, and it's why it's why I'm happily welcome to keep coming back to it, despite the fact I have uploaded several videos of it. It's because it's just amazing. Like, seriously, if you haven't played Bondee's Barnyard, it's very easy to get into, very enjoyable, and very, very fun. And so I would highly recommend it. Obviously, after you've watched all my playthroughs of it first, because, you know, someone's got to pay them bills. And it might as well be me. Hi, Bondee. So obviously we are making some progress, could be a bit more progress, but of course time is of the essence and we don't have that. So we can't exactly fast forward time, so we're obviously actively trying to keep ourselves alive. I'm going to close the door on the chick there, keep on breathing. I do really like that sort of audio feed there. That is very, not audio feed, visual feed. It is very sort of dynamic and pretty cool. Don't know what I mean by dynamic, but I'm just gonna pretend that made sense and keep on going. I said it's just very cool seeing the actual cameras in game. Hi, Bondee. Okay, someone's moving closer. I swear they're about to move. God damn it! I reckon the camera's gonna be deactivated. Yep, knew it. I knew. Like, whenever someone's moved on to, and the camera turns on, there's a very high likely chance it will be deactivated because of okay, you're going through there. You're there now. That's bad. But obviously we haven't got much to. There's not much we can do about it. That's for certain. Just keep on surviving. Hi, Bondee. We're gonna banish you back to the darkness. I am very excited to actually see what this ending actually entails, because obviously I haven't seen it before, because I never beat it. So I am very, very interested to see what exactly the true sort of ending of Bondee's Barnyard really is, that we obviously haven't seen. That will be very, very interesting to wonder about. Hi, Bondee. Give us that oxygen. Thank you. You're a lovely man, Bondee. Despite the fact you were horribly, horribly burned, and probably should seek medical attention. But Bondee doesn't have time for that, because he wants revenge. And revenge is more important than any sort of medical aid. Oh, okay, that was a close one. Again, bad luck with the double doors. That's just our problem, though. I can't really do much there. We can banish Bondee back as a fun form of entertainment. Banish Bondee back into the darkness. Free with your Bondee's Barnyard subscription. We are getting pretty close to our goal. Our oxygen is pretty fine. We're going decently well. See, we're gonna kick back the sheep. There's the pig there. That's actually a great save from Pig. Right there, because that means we can actually, you know, push back the camera a bit more. There's a very likely chance the camera won't actually attack again. It's not impossible for the camera to do so. It's just unlikely, given the fact there's only 12 minutes left of the night. So there's a chance the camera sort of just decides, nope, not going to attack, which is lovely by our standards, because it means the camera's an annoying nuisance. Camera's definitely the thing that could kill me the most, because I'm probably very, very prone to misclicking during its deactivation phase. Of course, I obviously spoke too soon, because the camera is now activated, but the sheep comes in clutch, allows us to deactivate the camera once again. Obviously, we're going to keep that door closed, because the chick is going to charge us. Not only do we have to keep on breathing here, it would prevent oxygen from failing. Bondee shows up, gives us some extra oxygen. Obviously, that is beneficial to us. And Bondee is banished back into the darkness where he belongs. So obviously we're keeping our oxygen cool, we're keeping the time in check, we're keeping everything in check to rapidly approach our end of our 6-hour night. And obviously, I am very excited, very, very excited to see how this game ends. So of course, there goes our 6-hour shift. We've hit 6 AM. We are doomed to die at this point in the game. There is no saving us here. I think you can survive for at least a bit longer. It's kind of hard. Honestly, the cameras are dark. And boom. There should go our oxygen. Yep. Here we are. Okay. Here's our cutscene. There's a silhouette on the floor.
I wish this could have been avoided, but let's see this from the bright
Okay.
side and take it as a learning
There's Bondee.
What will the establishment do to make sure that nothing like this ever happens again?
Well,
Shut down
obviously
immediately.
previous endeavors to make the premises safer weren't thorough enough.
Yeah, so you made a
solely rely on
you made
the
animatronic that cat.
of a human night guard. So
Yeah.
we'll make sure to crank up the animatronics detection sensitivity
Oh boy.
to maximum capacity in case
That-
there's ever
that's not a good-
another safety violation.
I see what they did there. Safety violation. Roll credits. So obviously we have our night mode star. Yes, the thing we finally remembered the situation. Obviously we have the custom hour, which will be this star here. And so if you want to see that, well, sure, let me know in the next in the comments down below. But that is Bondee's Barnyard safety violation. Night mode properly complete this time. So thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, like, comment, subscribe if you feel like it. Go check out the channel. Go check out the channel. You're already here. Go check out the game in the description below. It's very, very good. I absolutely adore Bondee's Barnyard, and I'm glad we finally unlocked the true night mode cutscene, which might actually hint at a Bondee's Barnyard 2. Maybe. I don't know whether it's an ominous sort of teaser or whether or not it's actually a. I don't know whether it's an ominous sort of teaser or whether it's a. Because you look in the cutscene, it just says what. I don't know whether that's sort of an ominous sort of teaser or whether it's a a second Bondee's Barnyard, which I would absolutely love because I love this game so much. But yeah, that's it. I've been the TheProPlebNoob. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.